in the end, after a disappointing game, one that Venezuela might have won, it finishes Venezuela 0, Colombia 0. And now we head for penalties. Both had experience of shootouts in this tournament. Colombia drew 1-1 with Comoros in their opening game, then lost that shootout. And as for Venezuela, they got the late equaliser, or late-ish equaliser, against Ghana, and they found a way to win on penalties. So if there is form in the tournament, it lies with the Venezuelans, but Venezuela should have won the game in normal time. They'll feel on volume of chances. One or two good ones in the second half when DeSantis turned and was in on goal. Goalkeeper Castillo made a couple of excellent saves, that one and then the one from Perez. Then Velez was oddly sent off for what seemed like no more than a push. Now, this is interesting. Is that a thought, a memory to be written on the wrist? I think it is. It's one of those reinforcement techniques. You often see golfers with the dot on top of the glove. It's a message for Rodriguez. Unless he's just drawn L on the left and R on the right, but I doubt it's as simple as that. Let's have a final look at their penalty takers here at the list that they put in. There are the French players, hoping they don't have to go through this later on. They're strong favourites certainly to beat Mexico. They'll feel they could be good enough to win that game without recourse to penalty kicks. Colombia had that one massive chance, the one that fell to Alexis Manyoma Castillo, who has gone off and won't be able to take a penalty. Had he headed home, had anyone headed home, I think that would have been the winning goal. As we ticked towards the end, there wasn't going to be more than one. Neither side could find a way. Gustavo Puerta, Daniel Perez, the two captains. I think we've decided. Big moments these for two South American rivals. Plenty of fans back home will be watching this. Desperate for some glory at this Tournoi Maurice Revello. To wait and see who's won the toss, who's going to go first here. Looks like we're heading to the end. Way to the left here. Well, we'll have to wait and see. It's taking a while to organise everyone. Yeah, we are heading that way. And this is the mystery man, Miguel Marquinhos, heading into that Colombia goal. Looks like it's going to be Daniel Perez to go first here for Venezuela.
Colombia supporte, ¿eh? The flag, with the flag. Colombia supporte, ¿eh?
Remember, Marquinhos hasn't touched the ball yet. He's going into the Colombia goal.
It's important. 1 foot on the line. Okay?
And there's the message from the referee. Make sure you keep 1 foot on the line here.
In the field of play, behind the assistant referee, afuera del área. Okay?
So it is Perez to go first here for Venezuela. Venezuela with the advantage of taking the first penalty. Marquinhos with his first contribution. Here's Perez, and he saves it! Straight away, the substitute goalkeeper gets in on the action. Goes hard and low to his left, and he guessed right, Marquinhos. So now Colombia with the early chance to grab the advantage here. Already worth introducing him. Ober Almanza now for Colombia. If he can convert, then the pressure mounts on Venezuela. Oh, it's a brilliant penalty. Panenka from Almanza. Imagine having the confidence to do that. Didn't get that much height on it, but he got enough. Rodriguez throwing himself to his right, and Almanza with a little dink there. So yes on Chacon is next here for Venezuela, and this becomes very, very important now. Marquinhos has already saved one. He's very, very mobile on his line. Of course, as long as he stays on his line, he can do what he wants. Up steps, yes, on Chacon, and he nearly saves again. He went the right way. But Venezuela on the board. Disappointed there, Marquinhos. Now Gustavo Puerta trying to put Colombia 2-1 in front here. Look at this, Marquinhos with the spring. It's a good penalty. Short run up here from Puerta. This to keep Colombia in front, and he does so very, very confident. Effectively now it feels as if that advantage, because of the early miss, has passed to Colombia. It feels like they're going first. So 2-1 Colombia after 2 penalties. Heriel de Santis will go next for the Venezuelans. It's going to be a big, long run up here, and every indication is he's going to go for power. In fact, he slots it really calmly to make it 2-2, but Venezuela need a Colombia slip up here. It's an excellent penalty. It's going to be Thomas Angel, who was on as a second half substitute. Player from Atlético Nacional. Mentioned that he just hasn't really been able to establish himself in the tournament. Needs to do his job here for his side. 2 out of 2 so far for Colombia. Venezuela need a hero here in Samuel Rodriguez. Here goes Angel! Goes through the goalkeeper. 3-2 after 3 in Colombia's favour. Andres Romero to go next here for Venezuela. Colombia know whatever happens, if they score their last 2 penalties, they're in the final, into their 6th final, but the Venezuelans have to keep doing their jobs here. Marquinhos mobile again on his line. It's Romero. Just that early mistake. It's 3-3 now. 3 really good penalties after the early miss from the captain, Perez. Next for Colombia comes the fullback, Eddie Ocampo. So far from them, it has been perfect as that wind just goes up a notch again. The Campo to take them to within touching distance of the final here. Stuttering run-up, great penalty. That's the pick of the bunch. And now, whatever happens, Colombia will have a penalty to put them in the final. But they might not even need that if Marquinhos can produce some heroics again, and look how cool he was. Now we're getting into have-to-score territory. Emerson Ruiz scored the winning penalty against Ghana. This one means a great deal more. He has to score to keep them in it here. Marquinhos mobile once again. It's Emerson Ruiz. How's that for keeping your nerve? Super cool. It's not as flashy, but it's every bit as good as the Panenka that. He just waited and committed the goalkeeper and thrashed it home. But Colombia now do have a penalty to win it. It's going to be Salazar. Well, they've earned the opportunity. The left-back Andres Salazar. Nothing Venezuela can do. Rodriguez has to find a way to keep it out. This for a place in the final of the Tournoi Maurice Ravello. It's Salazar who plays it over. And we go into sudden death. He can't believe he's done it. It was nowhere near from Salazar. Straight away with huge class. The Colombians out to console the fullback, but it feels now as if they have to start again. Just got underneath it. He went for too much power. Now Segovia's waiting for the ball here. The one that he missed the penalty with is bouncing down towards the sea at the moment. Caught on the Mistral and away it's gone, and now they're trying to find another ball. It shouldn't be that hard. Well, finally we're provided with one. Long delay then for Telasco Segovia, who for me has been Venezuela's outstanding player at the tournament. Well, they're in charge again, I guess, as we start again, 4-4 after 5 apiece. Momentum feels like it's with Venezuela as Segovia hits the crossbar, bounces down but not over the line. And Colombia will have another chance. The assistant is right there on the line. Rodriguez was trying to argue the goalkeeper that it had bounced over the line. So here we are again. There's Segovia's penalty. Bounces down and onto the line. Certainly not over. So this, a second chance for Colombia to get to the final. Luis Miguel Angulo! They've blown it for a second time. Salazar missed the target, he hit it, and it nearly bobbled in, but goalkeeper Rodriguez got it away from goal. So now it's the centre half, Ferro. As the drama continues, 6 penalties apiece. Still 4-all. So Andres Ferro, who you would feel is going to blast it, Can Venezuela edge in front this time? They can. They move in front for the first time in the shootout. And for the first time, a Colombia player is going to have to score to keep his team in this tournament. And you see the centre-half take a penalty like that. It was Bonucci-esque. Why wasn't he taking one of the 5? So Carlos Cantillo. It's 5-4 to Venezuela. And Cantillo has to score, and suddenly the mood in that Colombian camp is very, very different. It was verging on jubilant, but now they're very, very nervous. They've had 2 chances to go through to the final, and twice they've been denied. Now Cantillo is being made to wait here. Can he score to keep them in? He can't! Venezuela are in the final! Colombia blow it. Cantillo blasts it off the crossbar and away. Twice Colombia had a penalty to put them in the final. Twice they failed from the spot. And it's Venezuela somehow who find their way to Sunday's final. A remarkable conclusion to a forgettable game, because it finished in normal time. Venezuela 0, Colombia 0, but it's Venezuela who win it 5-4 on penalties.